From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live.
Welcome back. Joining me now is Susie with For the Silent, and today we're talking about online safety for children. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you doing today, David?
I'm blessed. So how do parents kind of approach their children about online safety and inappropriate content?
Yeah. Well, you know, it was interesting because I have kids at home myself, and when I started working for the Silent, instead of thinking maybe they have been exposed, I realized they have been, because that's the reality of our kids, is they're being exposed to things that are inappropriate more than likely. And so one night I just said, not have you been, but when was the first time you saw something that made you feel kind of strange or odd? And it opened a whole conversation with them that was revealing to me and helpful, and didn't come across as judgmental or, you know, questioning. It really normalized the experience for them, because that is our children's experience. And so simply changing the conversation to say, hey, when have you seen something that's made you feel strange? How did you feel about that? What was it? You know, those kinds of questions allow them to have space to talk about it.
Yes, and what should parents do if their child discloses that they have been approached by or are talking with someone they don't know online?
I think asking how your child reacted to that, what was their response, did they continue the conversation, helping them know not to give away personal information, and really just not to respond if they don't know the person that they're talking to simply alert whatever adult is there, whether it's the parent or at school, you know, if they're seeing it somehow at school, to alert the person that they trust that's close to them, hey, this person's reaching out to me. But if they're already in a conversation, then you need to get as much information about that interaction as possible, and then report it. If it's inappropriate, it needs to immediately be reported so that an investigation can be done and that child is protected.
Yes, ma'am. And so what time should parents start talking to their children about this?
I think this is a big surprise for parents, because we think it's a teenage problem, but really grooming begins very early. As soon as your child is independently using technology online, you need to be having these conversations about when they see things that make them feel strange or inappropriate content, depending on their ages. And so really at 9 is a great time to make sure that you've had those conversations at or before 9 years old. Grooming really happens where there's actual trafficking and exploitation happening between 12 and 14 years old. So you've got to prepare your child before they get to that age, so that they are self-protected, they know not to respond, they know how to interact and how to safely navigate online content and community. And then you can use really parental safeguards that you can download and be able to make sure that your child is being protected online and being as minimally exposed as possible. But nothing replaces the relationship you have with your child, and the earlier the better.
Yes, and what kind of things should parents be paying attention to?
Well, I think that when it becomes an issue for the child, you begin to see symptomatic changes in behavior. It can be that they're more withdrawn. It can be that you see more reaction, like more crying, more anger, those kinds of things, if they're actually actively being pursued by an online trafficker. That means you need to talk more, not less, and to push into that relationship more. I don't want parents to be so scared that they try to control everything, because that can also send a child into those behaviors more. But be sensitive to what's happening with the children in your life. Even if it's a niece, a grandchild, you know, it doesn't have to just be a parent that's really alert. It can be a Sunday school teacher that notices behavioral changes and can help monitor those. And so I think just awareness and relationship is the best safeguard every time.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much for coming in and telling us all about it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. For more information, go to the website right there on your screen.